You got a business in this day and age. We are two steps away from it being Ready Player One. If you don't have any type of social media presence, internet presence, your business is dead. Let's just keep it 100 with you, bro. Close the casket. Sad music. It's over for you.
Exactly. Funeral.
It's over for you.
My success, it ain't random. Float on the scene like a phantom. You and I should be on one accord. Together one hell of a tandem. I done cut ties to take it this high. The top is my spot, no questioning why. Took some L's like a champ, I just keep finding wins cause I'm really inspired.
I went ahead and started testing that. They got a lot of add-ons you can put to that, man. So I might be using that pretty soon.
Yeah, man, Riverside is dope. Riverside,
Riverside FM, yeah.
I have no objections to Riverside FM. Yo, if y'all see this, I was definitely about to use y'all for sure. Because at the time, I only had my HP, the house HP laptop, okay? But when I saw all the stuff I could do with this, bro, like, it was like, all right, I had to do it. I got to do it. It's nothing.
yeah, definitely. I like the setup, definitely.
Yeah. And also what I'm seeing is now there's a slight, like super slight delay with when recording. But the ad, like it tells you like on the back end, the quality that we're seeing while this is recording is nowhere near what it's like when it's done. So yeah, like I've watched the playback and it's super fire. Like it's fire.
It's fire.
It's fire. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody getting freaked out. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So last night, it was a weird night. Like, so obviously, 2 days ago, what today is? Today is what?
20th.
See, that goes to show you how far removed I am from that, man. But 2 nights ago, I was on a live from a content creator called This Is Nikki. Man, I think I put you on to a fire. I mean, drops. Man, hold on, wait. Yo, shout out This Is Nikki, man, because literally. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna call these the Nikki air horns whenever I use them. You feel me? Because she is known for that, for using those air horns. But any social media, any kind of type of organic growth strategies and insights, just philosophies on how to have some type of presence in the community on this platform, on any platform for that matter. She's the GOAT. Like, she's by far the GOAT, bro. Yeah. So I was on her live. And, she was giving out game, telling us about some updates that Instagram has. I think it was about subscriptions. Now they have subscriptions. You can subscribe to certain content creators. And literally, bro, I want to say I just was like showing love. Like, hey, man, I've been applying these strategies and really trying to be on it. And I see it working. You know, I'm close to hitting that 100 because I was sitting at like... Bro, I was sitting at like, I want to say 60 something for the longest on the podcast page. Okay. And when I started watching her content and just trying and just feeling out, I was seeing some growth or whatever. And when she saw the comment, she was like, yo, shout out to you. Hey, man, I'm pinning that. And it's like, go show this content creator some love. And it started, it's crazy because it started up a whole like thing, right? Like that whole night, she was like, hey, we have a community of creators that are all trying to do something. Yeah. Your directions may align or not, but these are all people trying to grow. We're all trying to do the same thing, right? So it's a community that we need to tap into. We need to use. So yeah, y'all network in the comments, man. They got he's like type 1 if you're trying to go on live with somebody and you're trying to network, you're trying to collab. And someone takes screenshots and follow everybody that's trying to collab and y'all make something happen. So I was doing it. I was like, one, what's up? Let's go.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
But when she saw my comments, she was like, hey man, shout out to you. Hey man, y'all gonna show this content creator some love. And I mean, it was like
Just like that.
Surpass that 100 like very, very quickly, man. And
Just like that.
it's awesome dope people. Awesome dope people. You know. And I thought that comes back to what we were talking about the other night about just wanting to connect and build, right? So
Definitely.
look, Dre, he hitting us up asking if I figured everything out.
All right. Tell him yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot him a text, but my thing is, I know we connected on a it's kind of the same way.
Yeah, definitely, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So real quick, because I already know this, but at the time, whenever you saw my post, right? What were you doing at that particular time? Like, I'm not saying like not mean like casually, but like as far as you're like building a community and dropping something and whatnot.
Well, basically, I'm always looking at people putting out information. You're definitely always putting that information out there. So we're all, like you said, we're trying to grow. So whoever I can learn from, I always reach out to people, and then I say, hey, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to see what your content's about. Now, my thing is, it's the feedback. If you're willing to give me feedback, then I'm already attached to you. I'm already going to work with you and already going to push your brand and your podcast because you're benefiting me. What I always say, when you have resources and I have them too, isn't that an even exchange? You know, at the end of the day. So if we're trying to motivate and push people to culture and talking about wealth and growth, man, I'm all for it at the end of the day. So that's why I tapped into you just like that. And look at us now.
Man, let's go. Let's freaking go, bro.
I tell you, man.
Hey, man. Yo, Nikki, you own the air horns. Hey, this is me right here.
Definitely,
you feel me?
definitely.
This bomb is me. Let's go. Well, it was clues. It was clues first, but now it's me. But nah, bro, you are speaking facts. Like, that is one thing that I'm learning, getting deeper and deeper into this, because a part of like, and this is a good segue into what I really want to talk about. I feel like there's a couple of things that stop people from collabing, right? Or reaching out, trying to get information, trying to build that network and connection. Obviously, we like to point out that crab in the bucket mentality, like, oh, I don't want to share my resources with you. Nah, you can't get the sauce. It ain't resources. It's the sauce. You can't have the sauce.
Pride. I say it's pride. It's pride.
Yeah. That's a huge factor, right? Yeah. But I want to speak to another point, and I think that's lack of confidence and fear. I know for myself, that was a huge thing. Because I'm doing this because like it's something that I wanted to do for over 10 years. But I cannot say yet that I have reached that point, that pinnacle point where I feel like, hey, I'm good at this. Like, like I'm good. I'm still chasing that good, right?
Yeah.
And it speaks to I really think that's not a uncommon thing. A lot of times, people want the info. Like, let's not get it twisted. People want the information, but it's about that fear of reaching out and someone pulling your card. Like, okay, you want the info? I'm gonna give it to you. What you got so far? What's your numbers look like? What's your analytics? What have you bought already? Have you recorded anything? Like. You don't want to get hit with those questions and not have nothing to show up with. And now you've blown your opportunity to have somebody who's already in the space really pour into you.
Exactly. Well, my thing is always jumping into the sauce. You know how you may jump into something, you taste something and your mom making it and you said, no, it's not ready yet. That's like some people. We want to jump into something so quick, but we don't have all the resources.
Facts.
So, like, shout out, my podcast, the Blk POV Podcast. I'm not starting till the summertime because I'm learning from different people that's running their podcast. I don't want to just jump on the podcast and say, hey, what's going on? This your man M.A. and okay, what are we talking about? I'm trying to engage. I'm trying to learn how to talk to the community, what they want to know about. So I'm not just jumping into the sauce without getting everything I need to know first,
Yeah.
Trial and error.
And I mean, going your own way too. A lot of times, like, we want people to just pop out and just give us the information. Like, this is, I think this is the craziest combination, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a group of people afraid to ask for help. Then you have a group of people who don't want to ask, but expect that since you figured it out, that you just come and just give it all the game. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yo, like, and mind you, when at this point, even though I said that I don't feel that I am good yet, like I think I'm getting there. Like I feel like I've improved. Like the setup has gotten better. Like I'm trying new things, but I know where I want to be at, and I haven't reached that yet. Mm-hmm. But where I'm at currently, there are people that are like, yo, man, hey, I've been thinking about doing a pod, and yo, like, how do you do this? How do you do the graphics? Or how did you make this ad? Or how do you? And it's like, oh, I'm willing to tell, but then when I ask them, yo, have you tried it? Like, what you got?
Exactly.
They ain't even pick up a phone.
Hey, that's different people though. You gotta realize there's different people out here, bro. At the end of the day, when I talk to you, you said, I think this is good. I think that is good. You should try this podcast database to use. So what I do, go and try. You got some people that hear you talk all day and just think they're going to get what you gave them. You got to put your steps into it. You got to go out there and get it yourself, man. That's why, over at the Blk POV, we're giving the resources. If I give you the resources, you got to take the steps.
Yeah.
And just because I could talk to you all day and hear what you got to say, but if I still sit right here on this podcast and listen to you, I'm still not going to get anything.
Facts.
So, yeah, it's building yourself up, and you're doing an excellent job building yourself up. A lot of people going to tune in and continue to tune in with all the information you providing. Your setup is fire. So, you just got to keep building yourself, man. You're doing it.
Man, I mean that's like I said, bro. It's the confidence, and it comes with trial. It comes with time. You know what I mean? Like I'm way more confident now. Like at one point, I tell you, I hated seeing myself on camera just because I was like, I'm judging me, right?
Yeah,
Off camera, I'm like, yo, hey, I could get fly with the best of them, but on camera, I'm like a deer in headlights.
Yeah,
like what I mean? Like tripping. But I'm glad you said what you said, because now I can really get into the meat of this conversation. I want to talk about. Oh man, it's that buzzword. That buzzword.
Hit it. Yeah.
Accountability.
Bang.
Accountability, man.
Bada bing.
So. Something extremely dope happened last night. I want to look at the camera when I say this, all right? Something dope happened last night. Yo, I want to shout out two people. Shout out, this is Nikki, right? I got to give you your flowers, man. And also, shout out to this young lady. I cannot remember your last name, but her name is Zoe. Zoe, she has a brand called Wear the Inspiration.
Okay.
And I just noticed I ain't got my other light up. I'm gonna have to put that on at some point. You feel me? But get the vibes right. This young lady literally is 13 years old. She's 13, bro. She's 13. It's nuts. She's 13 years old. Has two businesses.
Man.
Right. And like she has the clothing line, she has the DIY business box, right, where you can get into philanthropy, entrepreneurship, or STEM. Like she's written a coding book.
Man,
like bro, at 13, like okay,
man.
people. Let me face y'all real quick. Wait. I'm about to get ahead of myself. Hold up. I'm bring it back. We rewinding real fast. Okay. So, what ends up happening is she comes on a live. Now, that same live where like she was like networking the comments, that young lady was there. She was in the live, right? Okay. She was there. She was amongst us, like trying to tap in with everybody, following that type of thing. And I do this thing where this is when I found out she was 13. It blew my mind when I first found out. Like I say this.
Yeah.
She was one of the people that I tapped in with. Didn't know she was 13 at the time, right? And I do this thing whenever anyone that follows Success Ain't Random, the page, and definitely do that. Follow Success Ain't Random, the podcast page. We dropping fire. Yo, turn talkers into doers, make average into extraordinary. If that's you, you already know what to tap into. Anyway, had to get that plug in there.
Exactly. You know,
you feel me? But anybody that follows the page, and this is a gem for anybody if y'all want to take it, I personally will get in the DMs and thank you. Like I don't send I know people got the automated message and nothing's wrong with that. I think that's dope. But I like if you hear my voice, it's me talking. Like I'm personally thanking you for following the page. Yo, bro, I sent her a message. And she was like, "Oh man, shout out to you. I really appreciate you linking and wanting to collab, and I definitely want to do some work. But my screen time ends at 11:30."
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm 13. My screen time ends at 11:30.
Man.
I said, "Wait, what? Get out of here!"
That's
13,
crazy.
bro. Come on, man.
Hey man. I commend her. Hey, go follow her right now, everyone, man.
Yo,
right now.
where the inspiration, man,
13.
bro? Yeah,
13.
Man. It was nuts. It was nuts.
That's why I said there's no excuses no more, man. No more excuses for us not to be millionaires, man.
Bro,
not to be great at whatever we need to do. 13 years old, man. 13.
Right? Like, yo, okay. So, oh man, we gotta get into it.
Yeah,
so,
we gotta talk about it.
So this is what I wanted to bring. This is what I wanted to bring to the camera. In the live, in the following night, Nikki had another live. We hopped in. We're talking about Instagram subscriptions, blah 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 blah. And in the previous live, the one that I was saying that we all was connected in, right? Yeah. The young lady asked to be on Nikki's podcast, Nikki and Moose. Shout out Nikki and Moose. And Nikki didn't know she was 13. Like all she said was, "Oh man, like you got to be on my live before you be on my podcast." Like, I'm real picky about my podcast, which we all should be, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This is the part that gets wild to me. Okay. The next night she hops on the live, everyone's blown away. Everybody's just like, "Wait a minute, hold on. This is a child. This is a kid. Like, what are you talking about?
What's she doing in here?" Look.
Yo. She spoke so fluently. She was super researched. She knew her business. She knew what her goals were. Like, and she wasn't thinking small. They asked her, "What does she want?" She's like, "Well, shoot, I'm gonna think big. I'm thinking about a couple M's this year. This year. Come on, man. A couple M's at 13. So look, yo." So now Nikki's blown away. The girl's selling herself. She sold Nikki. Nikki says, "Yo, who do you want to work with? Who do you want to collab with?" She starts naming Neo Davis, Miss Skittles. You know what I mean? Like people like Him 500, like just like EYL. Like she's naming all these the greats, the ones that we were having a conversation about the other day, right?
Exactly.
And Nikki's like, "Yo, I need everybody in this live to send DM this live to them, saying you got to talk to this kid." And we got a couple of those people on there. Here's the thing: they were honest with her. Like I don't want to dwell too long on this because I want to get to my point. They were honest with her. They were like, "Yo, we already know what you're about." Mind you, here's the. I'm gonna get to this point because I'm going to quick. They were honest with her, and they were like, "Yo, your superpower and curve than most people right now is that you're 13.
Exactly.
You're 13. Like anyone is going to want to help you.
That's right.
But understand, it's not by luck. She earned it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Hold on. Wait. Wait. We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back for y'all. Understand something. She did the work, bro. She did the work. Like she started these businesses when she was 11. She's been developing them. She's been consistent. She's been researching. She's been trying to tap in. All the people she named, MA. Yeah. She had already met them.
Met them. Woo.
She had went to like masterminds and meetups to meet them. So they were familiar with her face already. Bro, like I'm gonna drop a bomb for her again.
Crazy. Man.
It blew me away. No pun intended.
Man.
And it brought me to this point, and I'm gonna stop rambling because I wanna get your insight on this, bro. It brought me to this point. Let me bring us both in. That at what point are we gonna stop being afraid to go for what we want? You got a 13-year-old, a child, right?
That's right.
That already knows what they want. They already know what their goals are, and they don't see any fear in chasing those goals.
No fear.
At some point, we gotta hold ourselves accountable. At some point, like it inspired me. I was like, "Yo, what the hell am I doing? Like, what you mean I'm afraid to be on camera? What do you mean I'm afraid to own that? Hey, I got a little bit of a hold on this social media thing. Like what? Like, no, you gotta walk into your greatness. And when I tell you, bro,
that's right.
Blew me away, dog. Like,
that's right,
man. So I'm gonna shut up. Nah,
that's right. Being accountable, man. That's responsibility. She knows what her responsibility is. She did her work. She went in and did her research. That's what you're supposed to do. And she's 13, man. And we got people out here 30 plus that won't put in no effort and looking for a handout. You got to go in, put the work, be accountable for everything, man. That's right. Accountability, man. We need to have that for the rest of the month, man. Accountability.
Like, it was nuts because, like, it really forced, and I think this is most people in that live. Like, I even saw a post today where one of the people there that was in the live, they're a part of, like, one of the, I guess, inner circles that Nikki has, screenshotted, like, took a screenshot of the young lady, Nikki, and one of the people that she was speaking to that was, and mind you, these people are all like, hey, yeah, I'm DMing you my number. We're gonna get on a call. You got me for a year. We're gonna hook you up with systems. We're gonna hook you up with automation. We're gonna hook you up with like
Just coming. Just
It's in the bag. Like it's in the bag. Not just because bro.
The bag.
Yeah, and not just because of the people she's connected with, but she earned it, bro. She did the work.
That's right.
Yo, man.
That's right.
Hey,
that's everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Put in the work. Yeah. Nobody hitting the lottery every day out here, man. You got to put in the work. That's the only way you're going to get it. And you'll respect it long enough. That's right.
So Zoe, look, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get off ranting about you. You already know how I feel about everything you're doing, and your mom. Shout out to her, man. Hit one of Nikki air horns for that one time. You feel me? We gotta do that. You dig? Like she's definitely a boss, and I look forward to seeing what that young lady does in the future.
13 and a boss. That's
13 and a boss, bro. Come on. Come on, somebody. So I want to ask you, you know what I mean? It got me thinking on a biblical level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading this. I'm terrible when it comes to verses, so nobody come and shoot me in the comments. but there's definitely a scripture that talks about us still being childlike, or trying to like God instructing us specifically to still be childlike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand whenever that's said, it's meant like, hey, when you're a child, you listen to your parents.
Mm-hmm.
You confide in you run for protection and security in your parents. And that would be God, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to take it a step further. I honestly believe that we at some point just as we get older, life comes, responsibilities come, things, things happen, right? You know what
Yeah,
I
that's right.
mean?
That's right.
Like you got plans and you thinking like, oh yeah, bro, I'm gonna get out of high school and things gonna be lovely. Wrong. Not gonna happen. It doesn't work that
Exactly.
way, right? There's always some type of situation that pops up. And I think we lose that childlike optimism.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're coming from.
You feel me? There's a you ask a kid like a little kid, when you talk to a little kid, bro, what you want to be? Oh, I want to be an astronaut. Now the kid might not be great in math, but they don't give a care. They don't look. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a basketball player. Fam, you are you're 4 or 5. I don't even know if you can be that height, but you 4'5". You're not about to be no basketball player, but they don't see it.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't see that. That's right.
I think as anyone who's an entrepreneur or chasing any type of dream, that optimism is imperative to have, because essentially you're going for something that isn't guaranteed. Not a lot of people like actually achieve it, right? And there's going to be everything in the world up in front of you to basically stop you from making it happen.
Trials and tribulations.
You feel me? So like, tell me, am I off? Am I off base? I don't know if I'm off base.
No, you're not off, because you're right about that. As a kid has a wild imagination. You talk to your child and you ask them, okay, what do you want to be? Like you said, they say, well, Daddy, I want to be like you, Dad. Or they may say, I want to be the next president. That's what they want. And they have these wildest dreams because their imagination. And as we get older and the trials and tribulations start wearing on us, you're like, man, you know what? Let me stop dreaming like that. Let me stop. But it's inside of you. And God says he's going to give you the desires of your heart. If you continue pursuing your passion, God's going to say, okay, I need you to follow these directions so you can get there. Not go off the way that you think that you're going to get to it, because a lot of us think that we're going to get to our destination by the way we want to. But when you have something in mind that you really want to do and you pray to God, he's going to give you the direction to get it. You got to continue to have that mindset of, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. You got to be that entrepreneur. You got to put in the hard work. Nobody that was ever successful only worked 40 hours, bro.
Facts.
Nobody.
Facts.
Nobody.
He's speaking spicy right now, bro.
Nobody, bro. Nobody. And then you go and put in 8, 9, 10 hours. Nurses out here putting 12 hours, and you can't go home and put in 5 hours for your business?
Yeah.
5 hours? So you go home and Netflix and chill? I don't want to Netflix and chill.
Yo,
I don't want to Netflix and chill. No.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in my book. I'm on my phone. I got so many notes in my iPhone. It's ridiculous. My phone has stopped typing. I done typed so much in that phone, man. I'm not playing.
Well, hey, wait. We gonna need you to get another phone, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But yo, he said something. He said something that's real. That's real. Hold up, real quick. Yo, I want to tell you right now. Obviously, Netflixing and chilling, y'all know what that's synonymous with. Obviously, you know what pops up when you watching Netflix. But I have a question for you, just to kind of switch up the mindset a bit. Let's switch it up a bit, right?
Yeah.
It asks you, are you still watching? The question I have for you is, are you still wasting?
Yeah, there you go.
Are you still wasting? Like, it last night was an eye opener for me, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. It wasn't a lot of us on that live. It had to be at least like 100, and at the top of it all, it might have been 180 something people.
Okay.
Now, when you look at the vast amount of people that are out there claiming to want to be in business, want to be a content creator, want to be an influencer, want to be a motivational speaker, a coach. Like, forget it, anything. You got a business.
Yeah.
You got a business in this day and age. We are two steps away from it being Ready Player One. If you don't have any type of social media presence, internet presence, your business is dead. Let's just keep it 100 with you, bro. Close the casket. Sad music. It's over for you.
Exactly. Funeral.
It's over for you. It really put things in perspective for me because why? Why is that? We have a lot of people that are that's talking, but they're not working. And when you have someone, and I got to talk about her again, y'all, you know I'm going to talk about her again. When you have somebody like this 13-year-old girl who's yo, I don't know how to do I don't know how to have a clothing line, but I know how to draw a little bit, so I'm going to make these shirts. Oh, wait, I don't know nothing about having a nonprofit, but I can make these shirts and give her proceeds to people in Africa. I left that part out. Yeah, she's already giving proceeds to individuals in Africa for their bare essentials. And I know I said that word wrong, but you get it. You get it. Like, come on, bro. Like this girl is heaven sent. Like, come on. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. Like, it's nuts, bro. Like, man.
She's
what is your excuse?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why I think I told you, I don't like hearing excuses. I don't like hearing excuses at all because it's like you put it on, saying you're not taking accountability. You're not taking accountability for, now let me tell you, man, now, you know, I do financial aid. I help students get, you know, the funding they need to go to school. And, you know, shout out to me if you need that help with that financial aid. But I talked to a brother today from Philly.
Yeah.
Talked to a brother today from Philly, and he told me, he said, man, I'm a single father of 2 kids. You know, my lady passed away, and he said, I'm trying to get my stipend check. So he had actually maxed out on his financial aid, and he wasn't getting stipends. And he said, man, I'm going to just give up on school. I said, hold up. I said, before you get off the phone, man, let me talk to you. You got 2 kids. I said, you are responsible for those 2 little kids that you have. I said, so you need to take accountability. Man up, make sure you get these classes taken care of so you can get that degree and get that job so you can take care of your little ladies so they can live free and be happy. You know, dad's taking care of what he needs to take care of. Be accountable for everything. Don't just give up because there's a little bump in the road, because who knows when you know, just for athletes, when you're running and you go 1 mile and you say, all right, man, I had enough. Another mile that you get when you get in that game and you out there and you balling, you dunking on people, you needed that energy. You know, you can't let a simple bump in the road stop you, man, at all. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy because, like, I've actually seen, like, just watching people like my father, like, this man failed a lot. Like he didn't just hop on one business and it was like, boom, I'm off to the races. Like, I remember the first couple ones, like, he tried it and he thought it was gonna be the one, and then it was over.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it did not happen. But he kept pushing. He kept moving forward. That's the difference. Yo.
Right.
We don't that's a moment. That's a moment. Like, we don't I don't believe any entrepreneur ever has it figured out. As a matter of fact, nobody chasing anything has it figured out off rip. They just don't, right? The people,
but that's how you humble yourself.
That's how you humble yourself. The people that make it, the people that we look at in this grandiose way, like, oh my God, if I could only work with them or talk with them or have lunch with them, pick their brain, dog. News flash for all of you. They just kept going.
That's it.
They just kept going. And
that's it.
Eventually it works out. The things like God awards works, not just requests. It's a difference, right?
Yep. Faith without works is dead.
It's dead, bro. Close the casket. Bro. Sad music. We out of there. Like, that's your dreams. That is your dreams and hopes.
Let's
You
go,
know what I
man.
mean? Man, put in the work. And I'm gonna go a step further. And I want you to speak to this. I want you to speak to this because you have a unique story yourself. You ain't got to go into detail. We're gonna say that for the podcast interview.
Gotcha.
Success ain't random. You already know. We ain't stopping, man. Come on. But I would say optimism and faith go hand in hand.
That's right.
Right?
That's exactly right.
You know what I mean? So therefore, it's a biblical principle.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
a
right.
biblical principle. Like you can't tell me, like, we all will say, oh man, he's great, like he's perfect, like he had it all figured out. No, he really did.
Yeah,
he told us how to be successful from the jump.
That's
you
right.
get what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
But
I have too many examples for that, bro.
You feel me?
Too many. That's why, faith. Let me tell you something. One thing about me is I don't care how low I get. I don't care if the money looks low. I don't care if somebody tells me no. God still say yes, bro. God still say yes. So if the podcast not the analytics not running up right now, God gonna say keep pushing it, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do for you a little later. It may not. Maybe God may be molding you right now. Maybe God molding you so you can get all the info you need. So as you get older and older, and that faith starts building, bang, right there. Look who on top of it. Oh man, this man rocking with his podcast. You gotta have faith. Faith without works is dead. Keep pushing yourself, man. Just keep pushing.
Right.
I don't. You know who I love. I love people that talk. You know who I love. I love people that tell me, man, that's just my life, bro. That's just my life, man. It's always bad. It's always bad. I'm always at the bottom. Well, there's only one place you go when you're at the bottom. There's only one place.
Right?
I love when people say, oh, man, this is just my life. And I say, all right, man, let me talk to you real quick.
Yeah.
Because I done been through enough to tell you about what God can do for you.
You feel me?
At the end of the day, keep running it. Because at the end of the day, your number's going to run up. Just like your podcast, man.
You got to run it up.
They're going to be like, man, I remember talking to him a long time ago, man. And he had his podcast. He had about 200 people. Now he got 2 million.
You feel me? Hey, man. Hey, success ain't random. Neither are you. Y'all gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Hey, remember the name. Remember the face. Soon to be all over the place. But, it's crazy. You literally just led into my next point. The importance, let me do this. The importance of having that optimism and faith when you chasing anything, any goal, any dream, words can't really describe it, yo. Like, there's gonna be so many setbacks, it's not even funny. I can't tell you how many times. My first episode of this, like, mind you, I made up my mind and said that I was gonna do it, right? And my first episode came in, set up. The lights weren't like this. The camera wasn't this one. The mics weren't. Matter of fact, the mics were like the only thing I had. The mics were. I always had good mics because I did some research. The camera was still good, but no sound. Went through a whole interview. Interview. When I tell you whole interview, I asked some real good questions. I actually asked some stuff that made my guests really have to think. Think. Like, we laughed. It was super enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
Got back. Mind you, my cameras back then, it was these small action cameras. And, like, I would run them until they would get hot. So, like, I would shut it off right before it would cut out on its own. So, there was no way for me to review the footage after I was done to know what happened. I didn't know until I got home that I had no sound.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell you what saved me. I'm gonna tell y'all what saved me. Like, real talk. This is a quick story. I'm not gonna lie. When that happened to me, I was shook. Like, I was so upset, bro. Cause I'm like, yo, I had booked the studio.
It was perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy owns a studio, so I booked time in order to do the podcast. Granted, it was a win-win because it was my boy's birthday. we all have a friend relationship outside of business.
Okay.
But I understood that was my boy's business, and he had partners.
Yeah.
So regardless if we're cool, they don't know me. So like, we're gonna do this. And my boy does musics, and it was his birthday. So we're like, yo, we're gonna book the studio. You can go in there, you can play around in the studio. Y'all gonna make music. We already know it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be cool. I can do a podcast. We all win. No sound. Now, I was just starting out, and this guy now is off to the races, doing really big business. Like, got a couple corporate contracts as far as marketing campaigns go. But I'm like, yo, like, I have no sound, and I don't know if I'm able to redo this. Like, I can't get this man's time. I was shook. Here's the thing, y'all. Because I handled it the right way, I told him up front, not to mention while I was there, I had got some B-roll footage of him making a song, like a little freestyle, a little quick in and out, and ended up making a music video for him, like just playing around. And he was like, yo, you got a good eye. I like what you do, you know. Hence why we'll be working together later on this year. Details on that later, but that saved me. I'm a full believer in he's a patient guy, but I know that saved me for future opportunities because I told him up front that, hey, if I can redo it, you know, it's good. I would really appreciate it. And the other stuff, I still did that, even though I didn't get fully what I wanted. I still edited the other video and all that. And now we have a great relationship, not only as friends, but also in business. So I said all that to say this, man. And man, I want you to tap in on this too. It's not gonna work out the right way the first time. I have a whole nother story where something didn't work out that I really was what I was really hoping to be a thing and it didn't happen.
That's right.
But you gotta keep going. Those moments, I'm a firm believer that those moments of when things don't work out are literally the building blocks to whenever you become successful. It shows how bad you want it. Like,
that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously, the blessing
and that
is
was
there.
That experience you gained.
Exactly.
That experience. That's not, you know, okay, before you even do anything, let me check my checklist. That's what I do. Checklist every time. So now when you get into something, you're like, all right, recording. You know, I got the mics on point. You at least you know your mics is right.
Right,
so that's the first part, you know. So
that's like the first thing I check now. Man, drop a bomb for me.
Man. Exactly.
Let's go.
Crisp and clean. Look.
You feel me?
Man, that's right, man. But like I said, you gained that experience. So now you know, hey, when I'm interviewing and I got these great questions, because I believe that interview was probably fire. And you was like, man, I missed out on this, I missed out on that. But you gained the experience. So all that is a testimony for you to say, hey, man, back in the day, I did this. I made this big mistake and I had this great interview. But now look what's going on. Like, you got to perfect your craft. Yeah. So when somebody comes to you about something and they say, well, what audio do you use or what technology do you use to perfect this? You want to be able to be like, bam, bam, bam. That's how I want to be. Yeah. I never like to I hate being in the not knowing. So when you ask me a question about something, I'll be like, man, I'm going to have to get back with you on that. Like, I don't like being like that. I want to know my craft, you know, front to back. So, yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But now what I'm gonna spin it as far as when it comes to you, right? Like you said, you've been on two totally different spectrums. Even in that, having faith and being optimistic played an essential part in you getting to where you at now.
Exactly, man. Like, looking at my life, man, I just feel like if you're really religious, I'm not going to say I'm religious, but I was raised in the church. Let's put it like that. I was raised in the church. So it's not like it's something that I have to live by. It was my upbringing. Yeah, I was a part of the streets, this and that. But when you've been taught and been to church, you going to have faith. And you know, black people love their God, man. So at the end of the day, you can't talk to black people about God. So I know God has brought me through a lot of things. At the end of the day, when I was by myself and I'm lonely, because when you're lonely and you by yourself, that's when things start playing in your head.
Yeah.
And you start saying, man, this isn't going to work out. I should try this. Why am I even trying this? And then these thoughts come in your head. But when you have faith in God, God lets you know, stand fast, believe in me. I'm going to bring you out of this. And that's how I believe with any project, any business, anything that I invest in, I talk to God first, man. Like, I don't care what it is. I'm going to talk to God first and say, is this the right thing for me? And God's going to let me know, man, at the end of the day. And so, you know, like I said, overcoming obstacles is just a part of my life. And that's going to be a part of everyone's life. That's what makes you who you are, man. And me, it's what you go through in life is just the obstacles you go through.
Yeah, facts. What I want to know is, during the period of time that you were at a low point, what was the thing how did you hang on to that optimism, right?
I realized that I ain't gonna give up. I don't care what it is. At the end of the day, I'm not giving up no matter what. You know, some people, I look at it as this: you are determined by your environment. Some people have a good environment. Some people have a bad one. But I think that should be your energy. That should be your fuel to say, I'm going to overcome these things, and not say, man, this is just my life. This is my family. This is just who I am. You know, people in the hood, they say, man, I was raised in the hood. Man, you can go live in a mansion the next year, bro. You know, people that mothers were on crack, or dad's been in jail. You don't have to be like that, bro. Your faith of believing that you are going to overcome whatever obstacle you're going through. And that's why I talk to anybody that tells me they're going through something. I let them know you're going to overcome it. As long as you have faith, man, you will overcome it. Faith is the things that's not seen. As long as you believe it, man. So that's just how I look at things, man.
Man,
drop that bomb on
I
me,
got
bro.
you.
Not playing, man.
You feel me? We're not playing, no
man. That's why I said,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
It's just, anybody need motivation? Come talk to me, man. Come talk to me, because I'm gonna get you where you need to be at, man. You can't give up in this world. The easiest thing to do is give up. That's the easiest thing to do.
That's the easy route.
Yeah. Easiest thing, man.
Man. Oh, you talking spicy. Okay. Y'all. Whew, y'all know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I gotta talk to y'all directly, bro. I gotta do it. I want how gotta I put this nicely?
Don't do it nicely. Don't do that.
Fair enough. How bad do you want it? I know with every cell in my being that I cannot leave this earth without accomplishing what I set out to do years ago. And I also know that whatever it is that's going to be required of me to get to that point, as long as it's not going against my morals and principles, I'm doing it. Period. Like, hold up. We're gonna pause. Yo, don't know what just happened, but we had audio was getting nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out Ecam.
Damn.
Shout out to E-Cam, okay, for giving us this beautiful pause and resume button. So you already know we be back at it. But like I was saying, man, how bad do you want it, bro? Like, I made up my mind a long time ago that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, not because I wanted the status, not because I wanted the money. I can't even tell you what dollar amount I want. I really don't. Like, that will change as time goes. I wanted the impact, and I wanted to be able to be a resource and give people opportunities. That was it.
There you go.
That was it. I wanted my kids to have a choice in what they wanted to do. Like a real choice. Not saying you can't have a choice without starting a business, because going to college, picking a major, decide what you want to do as your career is a choice, right? Mm-hmm. But I wanted that absolute freedom. Like I knew I wanted to be in real estate. I knew I wanted an art gallery. But not just any art gallery. I wanted a specific type of art gallery. I knew I wanted to have a brand and put out clothing pieces because I'm in the streetwear and sneakers. I knew I wanted to do all those things. I knew I wanted to give back. I knew I wanted to have a foundation. I knew I wanted to start a festival and put out programs for kids to actually be excused from school to attend, right? I knew that I wanted to do those things. And the question is, if I closed my eyes and looked up and it was 20 years into the future, how would I feel if I did not accomplish one? I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. You might want to check on me. If that happens, you might want to check on me. I'll drop a bomb for that. That's how bad I want it. That is how bad I want that. Like not bad enough to do something heinous, but the type of hunger to think smarter, be more strategic about everything I do, right? That's including not letting the stuff in this world, my immediate reality, me going clock in every day, right, make me feel that it's not obtainable. So I quit. You know what I mean? I feel that, like, I would speak for every business, entrepreneur, artist, whatever that I've ever met in my life, that is a common trait that we all share. We would do this for free. But the fact that God likes to put a whole lot of sauce on anything that he touched, you can send us down a bag for it. You feel me?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Now, I mean, we gotta tie it up for him, give him a nice little bow on the end of this.
Always.
Okay. Whew. We done talked about, hey, we got to be accountable.
That's right.
And at this point in this game, dream chasing, hey, whatever that may be, whatever your goals are, accountability and optimism go hand in hand. I told y'all about this 13-year-old girl, this 13-year-old boss, okay?
Oh.
I need to get that. I need to get Rick Ross. I need to get a Rick Ross sound effect. Mm-hmm. Hit that on.
Oh, yeah.
That on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I told y'all about this 13-year-old boss that inspired every one of us that's on this live, and I hope that you see this, it inspires you. So I'm going to come to you, my brother, and ask you this question. We done told him, hey, you got to be accountable, and being accountable means you got to put yourself in check about how bad you want it and what you are allowing to make you feel like it is unobtainable. What you allowing to put that fear in your heart and you lose that optimism, right? The question I have to you is how we reignite that fire. What advice do you have for them to light that fire back up and get back grinding and trying to make this thing happen, bro?
Know that you only got one life to do this. That's all I got to say. Know that you only got one life to do. Say less, man. Say less. That's right. Say less. Say less. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, man. You can't say too much.
Nah.
You know, people really wake up thinking they got a second chance at another life. You don't have. This is it. You get one. And you know what? And I know we gotta wrap this up. Let me say this. This is the most important thing I'm gonna say.
Do your thing. Nah, you good, man. You good.
Your time is the most important thing. The more you sleep, listen, the more you sleep, the less you achieve. That's all I gotta say. Let me tell you, I hustle 19 hours a day. Don't nobody even know that. For what?
He not lying.
I don't have kids. I don't have a family. I got a mission. When you're on a mission, you don't have time to wait. Let me tell you something. A lot of people out here sleeping for what? Get whatever you need to go and hustle. You can stay up all night and go to the club and party. You can stay over your friend's house and sip and drink. And you can go sit up all night and work on a business, complete your LLC, write out your business plan. Stop wasting time, man. You acting like you got all day to live and every day to... No, tomorrow not promised, man. You better go get your dreams.
I didn't have to drop like 3 pounds on this thing. Hold on, hey.
Just saying, bro. Just saying, bro.
Yo, hold up. I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. Yo,
gotta be serious, bro. Tell them.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing more that we can even give them. Like, let me. You know what, man? Let's we closing it, and I wanna talk to y'all real quick. My man's is right. You got one life to live. You get one opportunity to do this. And it's up to you. What are you going to be remembered for? I implore you, and this I'm stuttering because it means something to me. The goal of success ain't random. It's to prove that just that. Everything is about being intentional. You have no idea how far you can go in a short amount of time if you just make every single movement count. It's like the cheat code to life. Optimism and accountability. You put those together and you become a dangerous individual. My boy told you got only one chance, one shot at doing this. You can't get the time back. This 13-year-old said she ain't wasting no time on y'all. I'm 32. I'm telling you right now, she's gonna have M's by the time she's my age. She's gonna be on to the next. What else can I build? What else can I do? What else can I construct? Understand, God has given each and every one of us that ability. It's up to you to choose what you use it for. You know what I mean? I told you before, we talked about Netflix. What are you doing? Are you still watching? Or better yet, are you still wasting? Wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your gift, right? We just showed you this a biblical principle, okay? The choice is yours, man. You know? I don't know what else to tell you. But what I will say is this. Yo, shout out to my boy, man, for coming through and hanging out with me.
Always, man.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It was dope. This was dope. I'm not gonna lie. It's my first time doing it this long, all the way straight through.
That was fire.
It was a good time. It was a good time. It was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. We got to do it again. But do me a favor. Let them know. Tell them where they can find you, man. You know what I'm saying? Where they can tap in with you. You know, I know we got the podcast coming. You feel me?
Definitely. The Blk POV Podcast, man. That'll be premiering the end of this summer. And my personal page, Styles by MA. Yeah, man, just tap in, man. And if you're looking to go back to school, just get at me. I can make sure we find those funds so you can get back into school, man.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Yo, shout out to Ecamm for this beautiful platform, for allowing us to do this. Shout out to Nikki for these awesome air horns. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Clue, I know this is not around that lot. Some of y'all time that may be seeing this, but understand it's iconic, okay? Yo, you already know where we at, man. We just chilling, kicking it in the forum. I'm your host, VNLJ, presented by Success Ain't Random Podcast. Livest podcast out, man. Yo, we turn talkers into doers and we make average into extraordinary. That is you. You are in the right place, man. Until next time, I say this on most of my videos, but I'm gonna say it here because it's the only right. So what are you gonna do, family? Let's go. Yeah, man, I'm hitting the air horn just for that.
We reap what we sowing. To be peaceful, you gotta know violence. Keep it low, please don't cause a commotion. My response to the alleviating ruins, and really not sure that's your type of promotion. We are early on road, rolling. Hog the lane in our bar, we ain't bowling. In 16, I hopped off in the Ford. Headed to Texas, not sure where I'm going. I'm the coldest on earth, bring the wind just to out them Levi's. They see my devotion.